I think if you try hard enough, you can connect with just about anybody. Hello, and welcome back to Friendeavor. I hope you're all having a fantastic week, and I'm so glad to see that you stopped by to make this part of your routine. So this week I want to talk about connecting with people that may be outside of your normal social circle. It's been mentioned before that my family connects well with a lot of different types of people. So different socioeconomic statuses, different lifestyles, it's just kind of our nature. Like, we are friendly to everyone. There's not anything driving it, there's no driving factor behind it. My grandpa can literally talk to anybody in the world just because, like, he'll strike up the conversation with literally anybody, and sometimes it's annoying, but ultimately it's endearing and cute. But it's just kind of crazy, and to an extent that's been passed down through my dad and now to me and my siblings. Not to the same level though, but my dad's getting there. He'll talk to just about anybody. But essentially what that means is that when you are thrown into a party or an arena or whatever with different groups of people, you can strike up a conversation and find some sort of connection. You would be amazed at how many like small world moments you'll have with people. Like, we lived in Michigan at the time, but we were visiting California and we were in San Francisco. My dad and my brother and sister went up to Coit Tower, which is this tower in San Francisco that's tall. They get to the top of Coit Tower, 2,000 something miles away from where we used to live, and strike a conversation with a guy at the top of this tower in a completely different city, in a completely different state, who had family that lived in our same town. It's a small world. So when you're finding that you don't know anybody in a new situation and you don't really want to try to be friends with anybody, all it takes is striking up a conversation with them to try to find something in common. This does not mean that you will necessarily have an instant friend connection, like we talked about a few videos ago, that you don't have to be friends with every single person, but to be cordial and to be friendly and potentially find a lifelong friend, you got to start somewhere. The other side of that coin is that there are people that are not going to be friends with other people, that are going to expect you to not be friends with them either just because of your relationship with them. That might be confusing. So let's say that you are person B and you've got a friend, person A, and a friend, person C. A and C are friends, but then they have a falling out. And A and C expect you to choose sides on which ones you're gonna be friends with. Here's the ultimate thing that I did not come up with this myself, but a very wise man taught me this, a psychologist. You will not choose my friends. Your situation, your squabbles, your falling outs, your dislikes are not gonna choose my friends for me. I will choose that. I will be friendly and befriend in my life people that are edifying and people that are not going to tear me down or tear others down. But just because you guys got into a fight or something does not mean that I have to automatically choose sides. You won't choose my friends. Your squabble, your situation won't choose them. So when you're in that situation of a party and you're trying to look for someone or whatever, that it might not sound like the same thing, but it really is, because you choosing who you're going to befriend versus when you are established, it's like the opposite side. So think of it as if you go into that party and you know everybody, but then these two people are having it out and they split up the room and their friends are on this side and their friends are on this side. You get to mingle throughout that whole room wherever you want, because their squabble is not going to make you stop being friends with other people just because they can't get it together. Ultimately, your choices to be friendly or to not be friendly are up to you. And if you have to cut some people out of your life eventually, that's just part of it. Like, that people change, life is ever flowing. Like, it's not always going to be these friends are going to be my friends from day one to the very last day. People change. You might have to cut someone out of your life, but just because you had to cut them out of your life does not mean that someone else has to, and you shouldn't expect that of them. There's enough environmental factors and just the passage of time that's going to make you lose relationships with people. Don't make it more difficult on yourself or on someone else to demand that they give up a friendship just because you no longer get along with that person. That's not your place, and that's not someone else's place to expect that of you. No situation is universal, so if it doesn't apply to you, fantastic. If it does apply to you, fantastic. Check out our website, frendevor.net. There's always resources up there. I'm constantly updating it, always new features. The 365 journal, I am just blown away with the support. Thank you so much for those of you who have purchased it, and I hope that you have started your journey of self-discovery. Please drop a comment if you have. I would love to know what stage you're at. Are you going in order? Are you going 1 to 365, or are you hopping around with whatever you're feeling? Completely up to you. I'm just curious. Friendship is a journey. It's an endeavor. I'll see you next time on Friendeavor.